Hey YouTube, Anna here. I'm here to do my 6-week update. I'm 6 weeks pregnant. I'm 6 weeks, 2 days pregnant actually today, and I had an ultrasound this morning, and it went really well. So I was super nervous leading up to the ultrasound. My husband kept giving me a hard time about it being like multiples, and he's like, oh, well, what if there's 2 or 3? And it's just not funny to me. I'm like, do you know how much stress my body goes under just with one like singleton pregnancy? I do not like need the added stress of triplets or more. And so I've been having like triplet dreams, like, ah, and also having multiples. This is like by no means saying like don't have multiples or whatever. I'm not knocking anybody who has multiples. You guys are strong mamas out there. But for me, it would severely up my chance of a repeat C-section, and that's not something that I want. So anyway, so there's just a bunch of factors going on, and I've been like really snippy with him about that specifically. Well, about everything because I'm cranky. But so super nervous going in. I had to wait a lot longer than I wanted to in this like really cold, sterile room. And then the doctor and nurse came in, and I will insert a clip of the actual ultrasound right now.
Just
Yeah.
hold off until we get the good stuff.
That's the good stuff.
That's the good stuff. And I was wondering if we could check her iron levels with her TSH today.
Maybe.
Would that be okay? She's feeling tired. Pregnant. Tired.
Feeling pregnant. See if I can see it. I can hear it, but barely.
So that was my ultrasound. I'm not like overly excited or like giddy during this ultrasound, mostly because he was very like reserved, and he made it sound like the heartbeat was on the slow end. And so he's like, I want to see you in like 10 days or 2 weeks, whichever you can do, just to make sure the heartbeat is nice and strong and where it should be. So when he said that, I was like, oh no, like the heart's not good. It's, oh, this is bad. Like I'm gonna have a miscarriage. So that's like immediately where I went, like, okay, preparing myself for the worst. I'm not gonna keep this pregnancy. Sorry, my phone's going crazy. So yeah, I was really trying to like stay calm and not like get hysterical or anything. But afterwards, like my husband was like, that's good news, right? That was a good ultrasound. And I was like, the heartbeat being slow, like that's probably a sign of early miscarriage. I'm sure of it. So I just kind of was reserved until I finally had cell coverage, and I Googled heartbeat for 6 week, 2 days. And the American Pregnancy Association said between 6 and 7 weeks, the baby's heartbeat should be between 90 and 110. So we're right in the middle of that. That's awesome. When I saw that, I immediately was like, oh my gosh, that's like perfectly normal. I have a perfectly normal growing baby inside of me. So I was super pumped at that point. I sort of let go of my fear that that was too slow or not a viable pregnancy or whatnot. So yeah, my husband sort of got me out of that funk, which was, thank God for him, which was really good because I was starting to get really sad. And I got a picture, which I will insert here. Of the baby. Look at how cute the baby is. I mean, it's just like a little gray blob in a circle. So yeah, it was really cool. He didn't take, I think he only took 2 pictures, and and I got one of them. So let's get into my symptoms. This past week I've had tender breasts and belly, like so much so that wearing pants is just, it's terrible. Glad you guys can't see me from the waist down because I have my pants unzipped. Definite bloating, feeling like just a little too big for all of my clothes. This is a symptom that I had with Cecilia, and I don't know if I was bold enough to go that far into detail with you guys the first time around. I had crazy diarrhea with Cecilia right in the beginning. And then I found out I was anemic and I started taking iron, and that sort of like helped me in the other way, like it made me constipated. And so I would have to take like fruit supplements, basically, like dried apricot, and then I would be regular. But now it's just like, yeah. So I can't tell whether the food that I'm eating is making me sick. Like, I don't know. I'm just wary of everything that I'm eating because I'm like, is this going to make me sick? Is that going to make me sick? And it's not like I'm super dehydrated or anything because I'm drinking so much water, but I'm drinking like an extra 32 ounces of water a day than I should. So yeah, I'm drinking a ton of water, and I feel like that's helping me balance everything, which is good. This past week I've had the extreme tiredness, which I had the week before. I napped a little bit less this past week, which was good. I felt like there was a turning point, and my doctor told me that he would check my iron because I requested it with this lab work that I had done today to check my iron and my TSH, my thyroid level. So, extreme tiredness, but I had an inability to fall asleep at night, which sucked. Probably coincided with like napping for 2 hours in the afternoon. Probably that. Crazy emotional, just like crying over everything, and like low tolerance for BS. Like things that I would just sort of like roll my eyes at or be like, oh yeah, he doesn't know what he's talking about, or she doesn't know what she's talking about, makes me like, ah. Like, it's just crazy. I'm like insane. Anyway, so emotional. Also, crazy dreams. Pregnancy dreams. I wrote like little blurbs about what they were. This one says, I don't even remember like exactly what was happening. Journalist zombie attack. That he shot at my door. So I don't know what that means, but apparently I had a journalist zombie attack. And then my second crazy dream that I wrote about was I found a letter from my husband's real father. That's weird. And having a date night with my husband, going to the movies, but wearing a Christmas glitter shirt that my daughter was gifted that said like Santa's favorite elf or something, but it's like all glitter. I went to the date night in that shirt. I remember that. It was really weird. My friend from college won a sheep at my local grocery store, but the sheep turned out to be this little girl in a sheep costume. Like, what? What is going on here? I also have had 2 Matthew Broderick dreams. One where he was a single dad with a little girl, and I was pregnant with triplets, and he wanted one of my babies, and I said, okay. What? So weird. Anyway, this is like young Matthew Broderick, not like now Matthew Broderick. Yeah, like Ferris Bueller's Day Off Matthew Broderick dreams. What? So weird. Anyway, and I remember my dreams in like vivid detail, which is hilarious, and I will keep track of my crazy dreams. Zombie journalist attack. What does that even mean? Anyway, so everything's going well. I will keep you guys posted next week. I am 7 weeks pregnant, and I will probably get that video up on Saturday, the day that I actually turn 7 weeks. And my next ultrasound, I will be almost 8 weeks. So the next 2 videos should be on time on Saturday. So I will talk to you guys later. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.